Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Happy Thursday. For some reason, today kind of feels like the start of the weekend. I don't know why. Alex has been so excited for today because he doesn't have his morning meeting tomorrow. So he has the whole day off tomorrow. And yesterday and today I was like, what are you going to do on Friday? He's like, I'm going to the pool all day tomorrow. So it was supposed to rain tomorrow, but I don't think it's going to now. So we may be at the pool all day tomorrow. So I may do like a couple videos in the morning and then go to the pool. And then we have dinner tomorrow night with a friend of ours. Or I might just do like one video tomorrow and then my vlog. I don't know, I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. But if it's nice tomorrow, my plan is to spend the better part of the afternoon at the pool. Saturday and Sunday, I believe it's supposed to rain. So I will probably film some videos on Saturday and Sunday. But that's my plan for tomorrow. So I think that's partly why it feels a little bit like the beginning of the weekend. Alex has been so excited for this weekend to come. So anyway, let's do a little time and temperature check really quick. It is currently 5:52 p.m. and the temperature in Indianapolis is, let's see. It is currently, oh, it's very hot today. It is 89 degrees. Now, my plan was, as soon as I got done vlogging, I just got all my other videos up and scheduled to post. I filmed, this is my 7th video today, so I filmed on every single one of my channels. But my plan was to go to the pool as soon as I got done vlogging today. But I was out here and I was doing a review video. I just like ate part of a protein bar. It's now like brushed my teeth and stuff, but it's like, there's like one little peanut part that's like stuck in my mouth or something. Hold on a second. I just poured some water too. Today I'm having water. Do you guys like these new glasses I got? I got them about a month ago. Anyway, I was doing my review video and my favorite neighbors walked by and they were like carrying this thing and I said, are you guys, oh, they were going to the mocktails and cocktails thing. And I said, are you guys going to the mocktails and cocktails thing? And they said, yeah. And I said, I thought that was tomorrow night because when I was walking, like on both gates, the back gate and the front gate, they have big poster boards that say like mocktails and cocktails like from 5 to 7 or something. And I swore it was tomorrow night. And they said, no, it's tonight. And so when I got done filming my review video, I went and I talked to them for a little bit. They were asking me about how Mexico was and stuff like that. So they're like, you should come down for mocktails and cocktails and stuff. But I actually looked before I vlogged and it didn't look like there were that many people up there. I know everybody in the vlog, whenever I talk about like they're having the annual pool party or the mocktails and cocktails, people are always like, you should go up there and you and me. I am like really, like to sit in the pool, for me to walk up there by myself or with my neighbor or meet some people up there or be with Alex and go to the pool. I mean, I was talking yesterday about how I don't do great in crowds. That's one thing for me, to like just sit on the step and then people are like in the pool be like, hey, how are you today or whatever. Or if I go up with my neighbor across the street or Laura next door or with Alex, like that's another thing. But for me just to like, Alex would never go to the mocktails and cocktails thing. He has absolutely no desire. So mocktails and cocktails, it actually is on the cul-de-sac. So I think you guys have probably seen it in enough videos now. When you walk down, there's like a cul-de-sac that, you know, goes around and the pool's in the corner. The cocktails and mocktails is not actually inside the pool. It's on the yard and the driveway right outside of the pool. But it's just like everybody sits there and they put their chairs like in a circle and you can bring cocktails, you can bring mocktails, you can drink whatever you want to drink, like wine or coffee or water or whatever. And then you just talk with everybody. But a lot of the people that I know don't ever go to the cocktails and mocktails, the annual party. It's a lot of people that I don't know, which I know people would probably think, well, that's a really great way for you to meet people. But it makes me very, very nervous. In fact, when the eclipse thing happened and they had the eclipse was down there where everybody could come and put their chairs, I almost wasn't going to go to it that day. I was almost kind of like, no, I'll just like watch it from the front yard or whatever. And I thought, no. My allergies are driving me crazy today. Can you hear it in my voice? My nose has been running all day long. Anyway, I almost wasn't going to go to the eclipse thing. I'm so glad that I did, which then you would think is a lesson of like, well, see, you enjoyed that, so you should go to the other things. It just takes a lot of work up for me to go to social things. And I know it's like mocktails and cocktails with a bunch of people in the neighborhood, but like, if one of my neighbors, like if Laura, I asked her, I said, do you want to go to the pool? Do you want to go to the mocktails and cocktails thing? She's cleaning out her garage. She's too busy. My neighbors across the street, the gardener and the griller, they never go to stuff like that. The pool crew lady number one and her husband, they're gone right now. My neighbors next door, they're gone right now. If one of them wanted to walk up there and they were like, come with us, I would go. But for me just to walk up there by myself and take like a lawn chair and sit there, no, that's not going to happen. Like, just the idea of that makes me really uncomfortable. So, anyway, tonight, so my plan was, as soon as I got done vlogging, I was going to go to the pool. But if they're all sitting around the pool, like outside of the pool, because he said, well, it's not, I said, can I go swimming while I'm up there? And he goes, well, it's really outside the pool. And everybody just kind of sits there and talks and stuff like that. And she goes, you can get in the pool if you want to. But I'm not going to just swim in the pool or everybody else is sitting out there talking. I don't know. That would embarrass me. So, actually, there were quite a few people, I was kind of surprised in my vlog yesterday, that were like, I so relate to what you're saying about being in crowds and people draining your energy and stuff. So I'm sure there's some people out there that get me. Like, in all honesty, I like the idea of being the neighbor that would walk up there for everything they have, mocktails and cocktails and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just not that person. And when I do stuff like that, I don't, like every once in a while I have fun, but I don't always have fun. So that's part of it too. Like if I went upstairs and asked Alex, he'd be like, I don't even know why you're having a conversation about this. No, I'm not going. Well, why not? I have no desire to go. I don't want to go up there and sit and talk to people. I just got home from work. I don't want to go up there. It would be like, he wouldn't even feel like we needed to even talk about it or explain it or anything. But anyway, so why am I going into this? I don't know. I'm going into it because my plan was that as soon as I was done with the vlog today, I was going to go to the pool. Well, the mocktails and cocktails part, it doesn't matter. Anyway, they'll be gone before long. I think it's only 5 to 7, and it is currently 5:58. It might have only been from 5 to 6. So, I don't know. They'll walk by when it's over. So I might go up to the pool when it's over, something like that. Laura said she could maybe go to the pool later. She just couldn't go in the afternoon. So I got up today. My plan, honestly, was not to film videos on all my channels today. My plan was to film like 3 or 4 videos. And then, because I started filming kind of early, not early, but early for me today. And so my therapy session got rescheduled. So I had that hour from like 2 to 3 to film videos. And so I had started before that. And so I was like, oh, like, now I have time to like, you know, do all this kind of stuff. So I was going to be done by like 3:30 with my videos. And then I was going to go to the pool because I knew that there were going to be some other people up there. It was nice today. Well, when I came out at like 3:30, it was starting to get really cloudy again. Now it's pretty outside. I mean, right now would be perfect pool weather. So I actually want to look and see what the weather is tomorrow. I mean, this is the other thing. I'm really excited about. I am loving being home again. Like, I'm just loving being home again. Being with Caroline yesterday was so much fun, and I love being with Caroline. It's so sweet that she comes and picks me up every week. But that takes a lot out of me. Like, Alex and I, what movie were we talking about? We were talking about going to see some movie. So we're going to watch all the Final Destination movies, and then we're going to go see the new one or stream it if it's online streaming. But anyway, and I talked about that on my Peter Does Stuff channel today. But that wasn't the movie. We were talking about some movie. Is the new Conjuring movie out or something? There was some movie that we both want to see, some scary movie. Because he said on Tuesday, he said, do you want to go see that tomorrow night? And I said, hold on a second, new movie's out. Because when I said it, I was like, I didn't even realize it was out in the movie theaters already. What is it? I just put new movies out. Not Sinners, because I'm going to watch that. I'm going to stream that. It's some like, oh, the new Jurassic Park movie. So on Tuesday, we both really want to see the new Jurassic Park movie. We were talking about it, and he goes, well, do you want to go see it tomorrow night, on Wednesday night? I go, tomorrow night? He goes, yeah, like when I get home from work, we can go see it if you want to, or we can wait till this weekend. And I said, not tomorrow night, babe. I said, I'm with Caroline all day tomorrow. It really, really drains me. Like, I am so tired just being out tomorrow, like being out. So tomorrow we have this dinner. I'm excited about the dinner. I'm excited about seeing this friend of ours. I had forgotten that out. He saw her somewhere and then he made arrangements or something for it. I don't know. But anyway, this friend of ours we met her like the first year we've been together. So we've known her for like, well, 17 years now in August. I think we met her like that August that we started dating. Like Alex and I were out somewhere and we met her. She's part of this whole group of people that we used to all go out together downtown and stuff like that. And she is probably, I think I said before that she was between like Alex and I's age. She's probably closer to my age. She just got married. I don't know when that was. I was trying to figure it out. I think after I was talking about it on the vlog, I actually looked it up. It was around the time, no, I don't know. It was around the time that I started YouTube or something like that. But anyway, we used to go to this polo match with her every year and stuff like that she was part of arranging. She's really sweet, very fun, very sweet, lives on a farm. I love this woman so much. She's the kind of woman that like, is just such a genuinely good soul, and we always like just really wanted the best for her, you know. And then, you know, she always wanted to be in like this great marriage and have this great life, and she was such a hard worker, and she did such I mean, great philanthropic work and stuff. And then she showed up for everybody, right? And it was like, when's it going to be her turn? Well, it was her turn about 10 years ago, and now she has the life that she always wanted, and I'm so happy for her. So I'm really excited about seeing her tomorrow night. But already, like, I asked Alex, I was like, what time do we have dinner tomorrow night? What time do we have to leave here? Already, like, the anxiety starts building up of, like, having just to, like, leave. I just don't, now that we're home, I like just being at home. I just like being here, you know? I feel very cozy and very safe at home. I don't really know how to explain it. It's not like I won't go places. It's not that. It's not like this. I wouldn't even explain it. Like when I talk to Tanya, sometimes she's like, is there like a fear associated with it? It's not even a fear. It's one of the reasons why I just don't. I say no a lot. People ask me to do stuff all the time and I say no. Well, I wouldn't say a lot of people ask me to do stuff. I would say the same people ask me to do stuff. And I say no a lot because it just takes a lot. Oh, they're in the Finch feeder. It takes a lot for me to build myself up with the social anxiety, and I think I just feel very safe and very comfortable at home. I don't know, it just takes a lot for me to get out. So anyway, being at the pool will be fun all day tomorrow if it's nice, but I'm excited about the dinner. Like once I get to the dinner, I'll have a good time. But it's the getting ready and all that kind of stuff. And I know it sounds so stupid. Unless you live it, I don't really know how to explain it to anybody. Like, the only thing that I think I could compare it to, that I think a lot of people might relate to that don't, like, have just anxiety in general, is like, you know, like when you're in school and you have to give a speech, and that, like, anxiety you have until you give a speech, and then as soon as the speech is over, you're fine. Like, that's how I am. Like, the build-up, and it could be whatever. It could be, honestly, like, taking an Uber over to Tanya's house tonight. I would be the same way. I don't really know. And it kind of ebbs and flows. Like, there's periods where I'm completely fine. And then there's periods where I'm just like, it's just easier for me just to not do anything. And it's not like agoraphobia. It's not like I don't want to leave the house. Like, it's not that at all. It takes me a lot of work. And once I get there, I usually have a good time. But sometimes I don't, too. You know, sometimes I'll get somewhere and I'll be like, I wish I kind of would have rather just stayed home tonight, you know? So I think that's part of it. But anyway, so yeah, so my plan was to go to the pool. So I might, if they're done, by the time I get done vlogging, I may go to the pool. But tomorrow, let's look and see what the temperature is supposed to be. Tomorrow, the temperature, it says 89 and sunny right now, which I showed you guys already. Well, it's partly cloudy. Tomorrow, it's supposed to be, 92 and intervals of clouds and sunshine. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed, 90 degrees. We might go to the pool tomorrow and Saturday. And then Sunday, cloudy in the morning with scattered thunderstorms. So I might film on Sunday. And then Monday, mainly sunny, 89. Tuesday, partly cloudy. So Monday might be another pool day too. We'll just see. You know, today when I was filming all these videos, okay, so I came out at like 3:30 and I was like going to get my bag ready and go to the pool, and it was completely cloudy out. And nobody else really wanted to go to the pool. So I was kind of like, well, I don't really want to go to the pool and just sit up there with the one guy that just turns and turns and turns. I was like, I can just, like, you know, film some videos, and tomorrow I don't have to worry about it so much. But, you know, I said at the beginning of the summer that, like, before I know it, fall and winter are going to be here, and I can film videos then. But when I'm sitting here, I feel like, no, like, you just took a week off. You took 10 days off. You didn't film videos. Like, you should film videos and whatever. And, you know, I'm very cognizant of the fact that filming videos on a regular basis is what allowed me to take 10 days off. You guys watching my videos allows me to take 10 days off. You know, even if I vlogged while I was on vacation. I know there's people that take 10 days off and don't do anything. I don't know that I'm the kind of person that could ever do that, but with whatever I was doing. But it's so hard. Like, if I walked out, honestly, at like 11 or 12 and it was full sunshine, not a cloud in the sky, I think it would be easier for me to be like, screw it, I'm just going to go to the pool today. But when it's kind of cloudy and it's like, okay, it's overcast for 20 minutes and then it's sunny for 10, I'm like, no, I'll just wait till tomorrow. But my fear is, like I was thinking about this today, I mean, it's already, today's July 10th. Before I know it, I'm going to be talking about the pool closing, and I'm going to be like, I could have waited all this time, you know, to film videos. I could have waited till September and October to film videos. Not like I'm just going to take the time off. God, I would love I would miss filming videos, but just to not have to do anything but go to the pool every single day for 2 months, I would love that. But the weather's never like, this is the other thing. The weather's not like that in Indiana, just to like go to the pool every day. I mean, like some days it's thunderstorming and cloudy outside. It wouldn't be a good pool day. But I think what I need to start doing, starting like next week, if it's like a beautiful day, just go to the pool. And if I just film a vlog that day, I just film a vlog, you know, and then the next day, if it's the next day is nice, go to the pool again. If it's not, whatever. Because the pool for me is such a source of mental health. Like, it just really, like a positive source of mental health for me. It improves my mental health so much. Just sitting up there, being in the sunshine, being in the water, I think is so cathartic for me. And listening to my audiobooks and interacting with people in a place, okay, this is going to sound crazy, but interacting with people in a place that I feel safe. And the pool is a safe place for me. Sitting by the side of the pool, sitting on the steps, whatever. Like, that feels safe for me. And so then I am getting physical interaction with people, talking to people and things like that. But it also feels safe for me. So I think starting next week, if it's nice, I just need to go to the pool. You know, if I get up early enough, film a couple videos and go to the pool for a couple hours. The other thing is, like, in Mexico, we would be at the pool for like 5 to 6 hours. Here, I don't find myself really wanting to be at the pool for that long. Like, two and a half hours is a lot for me up here. So if I went from 2 to 4, I could still film a video when I get back. So I was going to say part of the problem is when I get back from the pool, I'm kind of tired. But I mean, I really have a blessed life. So I think that starting next week, I'm just going to, if it's nice, go to the pool. You know what I mean? Do I hear people walking down the street? I wanted to show you what my newest project was that I just did before I started the vlog. And then I have theories about the ducks, because I was talking to my neighbors about it. So let me show you. So I wanted to put together this, like, watering, hold on a second, water bowl. Where did I look it up? For outside. How did I look it up? Outside animals and nature. Because it's not just like, because sometimes when you look it up, it just comes up with like dogs that you would have in your yard. That's not what I mean. Hold on. Because people were like, oh, you should put a thing outside for your dogs. To provide water for outdoor animals, use shallow, wide dishes or bowls, placing them in a shaded, quiet area near plants or trees to offer a space for wildlife to approach. And then it talks in here about what you need to do. Place the bowls near plants, shrubs, or trees. And then it also talks about that you want to, I need to put out my bird baths and also my pollinator feeders. So I'm going to do that probably tomorrow or this weekend. But it says put a stick. Oh, here, like it shows one in here. So you want to put like rocks or sticks in it, so that if a small animal like the chipmunk goes over there, like they can get out of it. So like if they get in it to get water, they can get out of it too. I actually probably need to dig this. Like my plan is I'm gonna dig it a little bit in the hole so it's a little bit more shallow. But so I think my mom would love this. This is actually a casserole dish that my mom had back in the day. So this is what I concocted right here. And you can see this little water bowl. It's actually pretty shallow. And then I put these two rocks in it. So see if they fall in there, and they can climb up on the rocks and get out. And then this, I had it all stuck there. And then this, they can climb up out of there. Yeah. So I think I might like dig into this and put it a little bit shallow so they can like come up here and drink out of it. But that's a little watering bowl that I've been working on. And then I have like bird baths and pollinators and stuff like that. I gotta pick some of these weeds. It still looks pretty though, don't you think? This poor little hosta right here, she never really made it. I need to take one day and just dedicate to this patio before it's August 1st with making, I mean, this is gonna be the second year I haven't made these tables. With putting these tables together. and getting the bird baths out here and all that kind of stuff. I need to do that sooner than later. I'll tell you one of the things that I think about is like with winter, when I read the Margaret Wrinkle books, she talks a lot about how bird baths and bird feeders, it's really almost more important to have them during the winter months than it is to have them during the summer months. Because during the summer months, a lot of the seeds from trees have landed. There's a lot of like berries and fruit and stuff like that that birds can eat, the nectar from flowers and things like that. There's also a lot of free flowing water, like in creeks and streams and things like that in the street when it rains. But in the winter, it freezes. So it's really hard for like animals outside, like rabbits and squirrels and chipmunks and birds and stuff like that, to find fresh water. So actually bird baths, that's why she has a heated bird bath. I'm thinking about getting one. Heated bird baths in the winter for birds to get fresh water and animals to get fresh water is really actually more important in the winter than it is for the summer. Something to think about if you want to have a yard for animals. This is going to be like, I think, a growing learning project for me. You know, it really started with the squirrel picnic tables years ago. And then the Margaret Wrinkle book, The Comfort of Crows, kind of relit that for me. And then I got the bird feeders. And I think in getting the bird feeders, I've learned a little bit, not a lot, about different kinds of bird feed, what squirrels like differently, you know, what the raccoons like differently, what the chipmunks like, what the rabbits like, all that kind of stuff, right? And different birds. Like the birds like the corn that's kind of real fine. The bigger birds like the seeds, but the little small birds that I get, they don't like the seeds. I mean, I've learned about that over time. And so I think for me, this will be a learning process. This isn't something that's just going to be one summer and it's going to go. And then I think as we come into fall and winter, I think I'll probably learn more about like what the animals outside need in the fall and winter and stuff like that. And I just love it. I love learning all of this. And it honestly, it really connects me. I mean, it sounds corny to say I feel connected to nature. It does though. Like, and really like just paying attention to the birds and the chipmunks and the squirrels and the rabbits and the raccoons and everything, and paying attention to them and like seeing how they maneuver the world, it makes me feel more connected to the world. And then it makes me feel more connected to this whole kind of idea of Mother Earth and this whole idea of that. I was talking about this in my Peterisms video about like when I do my prayers and meditations in the morning, I sit out here and I like listen to all the sounds in the world. And it really humbles me and right-sizes me to make me feel like I'm just a smaller part in the big picture, but I'm part of that picture, right? And the connectedness of all of it, I don't know, it just is like, I think if there's a God, which I believe there is, that God is in all that. I really do. And if there isn't a God and we're all wrong, then I think there's godliness in that, of whatever that looks like, or soul, or spirit. And when you notice the little animals, like even just like looking at the birds and how they act towards each other, like even the birds of the same species have very different personalities. Like even the chipmunks that run back and forth here, I can tell because they're different sizes now, like even they kind of have different personalities, you know? And they're just these little animals. And then once you realize that these small creatures have these different personalities and how they interact with the world and what they get excited about and all that kind of stuff, you know, I think, I don't know, it really slows my mind down and it calms me in a way that just brings me a lot of happiness. I really don't know how to explain it. It's like, ever since I've been so focused on the plants and the birds and all this kind of stuff, that like, I'm not as reactionary, I'm more responsive. Like, time seems to have slowed down. I seem happier, I feel calmer. I don't feel as rushed. I don't know, there's just something about it. Like, nature just slows me down. It just really does. You know, it's interesting because I used to say back in the day, like, I don't know what is going on with this pillow, but it's like, I can never get it comfortable. Oh, because it's upside down. I would go walk in Richie Woods and I film those videos, right? And I would say, like, I'm not the kind of person that likes to walk in nature. I think that I'm different than that today. Like, when I take my walks at night, I see so many animals when I walk at night, you know, just like run across the street or in yards. I see a lot of squirrels and a lot of bunny rabbits. And I notice things, and I notice like the glimmer of the leaves through a tree, or the way that the sun shines, it hits a certain thing, or like when it rains and I'm walking, I notice that like how the rain hits certain, I mean, it's so interesting. I remember like my mom reading things about all these different people that study nature. And I thought, like, I can remember when she first introduced me to it, I thought, who would care less? I was like, I would be so bored. And I kind of get it now. Like, I kind of understand it, you know? I mean, it's really the greatest magical mystery of all, right? You know? It all works without us. We don't have to interfere with it, you know? We don't have to govern it. We don't have to pay money to it. It just all, I mean, yes, like I'm putting bird feed out here and stuff like that. But if I hadn't, they'd still figure out how to live on their own. And somehow it all seems to work without human intervention coming in the way of it. You know what I mean? It seems to all work somehow. So, what's that?
Are you filming?
Yeah, but I can stop it. Do you want to talk? Okay, my neighbor's gonna come over here for a second, so let me, I wanna ask her if she wants to go to the pool tomorrow. So let me stop this, and I will be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. It's been about a half an hour. You guys, now I'm starting to fade a little bit. So she sat over in the chair, and we just sat here and talked and caught up and stuff, because I hadn't seen her since before Mexico, and she was just telling me about her part-time job and stuff going on with her family and whatever. It's so nice. It's so, like one point, I was just kind of like sitting like this, listening to her and stuff, and, it so reminds me of this neighborhood. You know, I just did this whole long conversation about how I don't like to go and meet people that I don't know and stuff like that. But the neighbors that I do know, like, I love that I've cultivated this environment that was very similar to when I was growing up, that people just stop by. I mean, I can remember, like, my neighbor stopping by my mom's house, you know, and, like, she'd be like, we'd all be like playing in the cul-de-sac or, you know, playing in the yard. I can remember my girlfriends and I, we'd be like, you know, looking for 4-leaf clovers while the boys were playing at 6 o'clock in the evening after we've all eaten dinner and whatever. And like my mom's neighbor across the street would come over and she'd be like, you want a beer? And they'd like sit on the front porch and have a beer and smoke a cigarette while they were watching us kids play and stuff. I don't know, there's just something about that this so reminds me of this. And it was so interesting because I was sitting here, I was like talking to her, I was like, she was sitting in the chair, I was like kind of sitting here looking at her, and I looked out the tree and a red cardinal, and I go, look, I said a red cardinal flew right into the thing, and so anyway, it was just really nice catching up with her. I've gotten to catch up with all my neighbors today. I talked to Laura for a long time, she was working in her garage. My neighbor across the street was watering her flowers. Her flowers look so pretty this year. To me, they look like wildflowers. I said that to her because they're not wildflowers. But to me, like, she's got these, like, purple daisy looking things over here. We're going to do a garden tour. But anyway, to me, they look like purple daisy looking things, but they're so pretty. I don't know, her garden this year looks... Well, she's got this rose bush right next to her mailbox. And it was yellow roses, which they're gone now. But the bush, like, hides part of the garden. So I can see around the side of the garden. But she's got, like, a lot of oranges, a lot of purples, a lot of yellows. It's so pretty and so vibrant this year. But it looks like, kind of like what you'd imagine, like, an English countryside, like, wild garden is kind of what it looks like. I love it. But anyway, it was really nice catching up with my neighbor. What I was going to say, I was talking about nature and all this kind of stuff before that, but so earlier when my neighbors, and you know what, I have to tell you, it is now 6:37, so I don't know how long I talked to her, but anyway, the Mocktails and Cocktails crew have not started to walk back yet. They didn't, we were out here forever, I don't know, maybe it was 20 minutes that we talked, but they haven't walked back the other way, so I don't know when the Mocktails and Cocktails deal ends, but she was saying to me, I was talking to her about like going up to the pool, and she goes, it has been so hot. Because I was asking her if she had taken her grandbaby to the pool. I was telling her we were going to go to the pool tomorrow. And she's like, I might go, but she's like, it has been so hot. She's like, even at the pool like water, I guess, is like real hot. So she's like, it's just been so hot, you know, during the day and stuff. I'm like having a hard time getting back into my walking routine. I mean, yes, I know I could walk on my walking pad, but I don't necessarily want to do that inside. I'd rather walk outside. Earlier today, maybe it's because I'm just sitting on the front porch, she said to me, because it feels stuffy up here. It does kind of feel stuffy. There's not a lot of air moving. Did I tell you guys about the back? The patio door? I talked about it in my Peterisms video. I don't know if I talked about it. Okay, so anyway, we couldn't open the patio door. Did this happen after I vlogged last night, or did this happen before and I told you guys about it? I don't know. But anyway, we couldn't open the patio door. And so both of our neighbors had told us that it was like painted over. And so I don't even remember how else went down. I emailed the management company and stuff, but it's not about the fact that they painted over it. That's why they each got their patio doors redone in like the last 2 years. They painted over it, and then you had to just like take like a like a wire cutter thing and like just cut the bottom of it and then it was fine. But with ours, like Alex had to lift the door out for us to get out the back patio. So I can't open the back patio door at night. It's like locked in place. I can't like open the back patio door at night for there to get a little bit of a breeze, which we don't really get anyway. Because when they power washed it, they exposed like all this like rotting on the door. So we have to get an entirely new sliding black back door, which we've needed to get for a while. They both got them done. I think theirs is the newest one. They got theirs done like last year or the year before because theirs is really nice because we're going to use the same people that they did. Okay, this is so strange. When my mom used to talk about this, when they built the condos, they put the sliding glass doors inside out and upside down. I don't even know how to explain it, okay? So like the screen doors are on the inside. It's so bizarre. And theirs and Laura's were done the exact same way. So Laura got hers done 2 or 3 years ago. I think they got theirs done a year ago. Because Alex and I we were talking about the painting and stuff like that. We were in their condo and they were like, oh yeah, like, because I was like, I love your door. It looks so nice. And they're like, oh, the guy that we did, like he was really great. He was really quick and whatever. And I said something about our door being inside out. They were like, oh, ours was exactly the same way. That's why I want to use their person because then he'll know like how to fix it because he's already done theirs. Because they're going to have to take the whole thing out. They said they got it done in like a day, which I hope because I mean, we can't just have this huge gap in our wall for like a week. You know what I mean? So anyway, but not necessarily an expense that we wanted to have to pay for. But you know what? It'll be nice when it's done and then we can open it. I mean, the door has always been a problem ever since we've lived here. Like, it snags and whatever. But that was because it was put in wrong. But then it started to rot. And so, anyway, when they did the power washing, it rotted. So, what was I talking about that? I don't know what I was talking about with that. But that happened yesterday. Why was I talking about that? Oh, the walking. Okay, so she was saying that it's kind of stuffy up here. Well, we don't get a lot of air that moves through anyway from the front or the back. But when I do open the windows at night, I put like a fan in front of the window. It just pulls the air a little bit. It's kind of nice. But now I can't even open the back window anymore. And there's like no air. So the reason I was saying it is when I walked out earlier, I was talking to my neighbors in the afternoon. It actually felt a little cooler in the yard than it feels up here right now. And I thought, oh, I can walk tonight. Plus, I've been so tired the last couple days. Today was the first day that I woke up and I felt like awake. That I woke up and I felt rested today. And I stayed up late last night. I stayed up till, late, but not late. I was in bed by 5 o'clock last night. And I also took a long nap last night. So I woke up today, I don't even know what time I woke up, but I woke up and I felt really rested today. And so I was like, I'm ready to walk tonight. I still might walk. I might walk and then like walk for an hour and then go to the pool and stuff like that. Maybe swim some laps and stuff. I have my goggles, so I might swim some laps in the pool or something. But I need to get back into the walking again. Once I do like a couple nights in a row, like even in this heat, I'll be fine. I mean, it's gonna get hotter by the end of the summer. So I just kind of have to get used to it. But when I get done with all my videos and I get done vlogging and stuff, like the last thing I'm thinking about is, yay, let's go out in the heat. And it sounds good in the moment, but like then when I'm like, well, I think I'll just, go to the pool or take a shower and put on my comfy pajamas. But anyway, okay, so the story about the ducks. So I was talking to, my favorite neighbors, whenever they walk by, they should be walking by in a second because cocktails and mocktails should be done. So they were walking down to it today. He used to be the president of the HOA like 10 years ago. He's had like every position on the board. They've lived in here. I think they moved in here after we moved in here, but they've lived in here for a while. So anyway. So he always knows this water tastes so good. Did I tell you guys I bought one of those vintage coolers? So when I was growing up as a kid, when we would go play tennis, it's the Igloo coolers. I gotta break that out for the pool tomorrow. So when I was a kid and when I played tennis at North Central High School. It was where one of the tennis camps was that I would go to. And they had this huge thing. Do you guys remember where you pull it up and it was like an ice chest? They have them like in hotels and stuff like that. So we would have these big, mine I think is like pink and green. It looks very vintage color and it has like white on top of it. So you take the top off of it and we would just scoop the whole thing with ice. So it's filled with ice. And then over the water fountain, we would fill it with as much water as it would fill. And then we would just close it. And so the ice would melt. And we would drink like 4 of those while we were playing tennis because it was so hot playing tennis. Well, I saw one online, or I was going to get something like that. And then they have these vintage ones. I was like, oh my God, these are so cute. I'm going to get them for the pool. I'm going to break it out for tomorrow. So, but anyway, I don't know why I was talking about that. But anyway, so when they were walking by, I said something to him about, everybody said the ducks were here, and now I don't see the ducks anymore. I go, have you guys seen ducks in the neighborhood? A lot of people are saying they haven't seen ducks in the neighborhood. And they were like, yeah, we saw the one, the mother duck, and then she had 4 ducklings with her one day, and then the next day she had 2 ducklings. He said that. He said 4 ducklings the one day, and she nodded. And then he goes, the next day I saw that she only had 2 ducklings. And his wife looked at her and goes, oh, so 2 of the ducklings got like, basically like an animal came and ate them. And he said, yeah. And he goes, I think like there was another house that the ducks were coming to their yard too on the other side of the neighborhood because they were putting birdseed out. And he goes, I think they're not coming anymore because they're like nesting right now with their ducklings. And he goes, we see this every year in the neighborhood. And he goes, we see like there's like 2 or 3 weeks where they're nesting all their little ducklings and they don't come out until the ducklings are like back on the water and stuff. He goes, so it'll probably be 2 or 3 weeks. So that's where the ducks are right now. But it kind of makes me sad. I'm glad that I didn't see all of them because if I did, I mean, Laura said that she had seen the ducklings. I'm glad that I didn't, you know, and if I did and then I saw 4 and then 3 and then 2 and then 1, it would devastate me. I just couldn't even handle it, I don't think. But that's what happened with the ducks. The birds have been around a lot today. So the birds are back. The squirrels are definitely back. The chipmunks have been back. So, I mean, it's not, I wouldn't say it's as active as it was before. Oh, we're getting a delivery. I hope, oh no, maybe he's turning around. I've been waiting for my Shy Wolf Kindle box. I know they're getting one across the street. I still haven't gotten it yet. Ugh. It keeps on saying it's going to be delivered tomorrow. What is going on? All these little mosquito bites. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to get this package from Shy Wolf Kindle, and it says it's still like... oh, so my Shy Wolf candle box I was supposed to get on Tuesday, I tracked the shipping, and it says, it took forever to get here, but then on the 8th, it says damage reported in Indianapolis, Indiana. So I guess, I don't know, I don't know if they're going to send another one, or... Ah! There's bugs all over the place, so I don't know. I'm going to stop this for a second because he's got his music playing and the background does not love that. So I'll wait until he's gone because he's like taking them like several packages. And then looks like it's like food delivery services. So once he drives away, I'll be back in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. He was like putting all these packages together and stuff. I didn't understand that. And then he like looked across the street and he like waved at me and I like waved at him. And he's like, are you waiting for something? And I was like, I'm just recording a video and you got music. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I was like, no, not at all. I said, take your time. I'm just taking a little bit of a break. Your husband, I was just going to say, your husband just rode by on a bike. I don't remember him taking a bike down there. Why are you giving me that face?
2 weeks. Next 2 weeks from now, we're going to do it again. I will drag you down if I have to.
How many people were there tonight?
12.
12?
I think we can get more now that we know that, you know, what's the process.
I can tell by how you're walking down the street that I think you had a few more cocktails than mocktails.
I'm just tired. And hungry.
Was there no snacks or anything?
We had snacks. But
What were the snacks?
I need dinner. I need something sustenance.
It's hot. Is everybody gone?
Huh?
Is everybody gone from down there?
Yeah.
That means I can go to the pool?
Yes, you can. It's the adults' time.
I was just talking about the ducks and the ducklings. I know. All right, well, I'll see you later.
They'll be back.
See, she said they'll be back. So anyway, what was I talking about? The neighborhood feels very summery neighborhood tonight. Oh, I know I was talking about the tennis thing, wasn't I? The ice chest. Oh, so I ordered this. I think I've talked about this before. Here, I'll show you guys what I ordered. Did I show it before? This vintage, it was like, it said vintage. It's not, it's brand new. Oh, I was looking at this package. I wonder what happens. I don't know that I've ever like tracked it where it says that it was that was damaged. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. But I didn't get like any email from Shy Wolf that said it was delivered or anything like that. So, okay, Igloo Vintage. I'm going to show you what this is. It's so cute. It was like $20 or something. maybe 24. Okay, so do you see these? They have these big chests. It's this color right here. But it's like these things. That one's $52.99. Cooler. Water cooler. No, that says called the Barrel of Fun. Okay, these are the ones we used to carry, but not as big as those. These have the taps on them. But do you guys remember those back in the day? Okay, so the one, oh, here it is. Here it is. So this is the one that I got, the Igloo half gallon. Is that not so cute? Okay, and that is $19.99 that you can get that. Let's look up all of them that you can get. Do they have the ones like back in the day that I used to like? Like, these are the ones, do you guys remember these with the taps on the top of it? That's what it has. And we would just like pick them up and chug water. We drank so much water. That's a dining vintage cooler. You can get that on Poshmark for $25. Oh, here are the ones that had the handles on them. We had the ones that had the handles on them. We would carry them all around the tennis courts and stuff like that. We put them on the side of the tennis courts. Oh my God, takes me back. Anyway, what was I saying? Talking about the animals and stuff like that. I don't know. I got a lot more done today than I thought I was going to do. Oh my God, did I tell you about last night? Okay, so you know I ordered a Kindle. So if you want to see about my Kindle, I did Kindle, Kindle. I know I say it like Kindle, but it's Kindle. So I did a whole video on my BookTube video today, on my BookTube channel, about like showing my new Kindle. So Tanya has a Kindle that she loves. She sometimes reads from her Kindle. She sometimes reads like on her phone, the Kindle app. I have the Kindle app in my phone. I just don't love reading on my phone. I sometimes feel like if I'm reading on my phone, like I'm still on social media on my phone. I don't like it. Nikki loves her Kindle. She's obsessed with it. My Aunt Kathy loved her Kindle. I know Tanya loves her Kindle. So everybody that I know loves her Kindle. So I was like, well, the thing is that a lot of these books that I was wanting to buy online, these post-apocalyptic books and zombie books and stuff, it's like there's 20 or 30 books in a series and they're $14.99 in paperback, but then you can get Kindle Unlimited for $11.99 and get as many as you wanted. So I was like, I'm saving money by doing it. Even if the initial investment, I think I paid like $180. I got the charger, I got whatever. So it came last night. It was real easy to set up, and I was really excited about it. So I started it. Hold on a second. Let me pull up my Kindle on here and see if this book is on here. I don't even know if I have them synced or how you do that or anything. Okay, here's my Kindle app. No, I don't even have it tuned in here. Okay, so the books that I'm reading are called... Somebody recommended them on here to me. So I started reading it last night. I was so proud of myself because I kept on texting Nikki and asking her, like, how do you do this? And how do you bookmark it? And how do you find the page number? She was so helpful to me. But I wanted to start, like, this book series that I was going to buy, and then I saw they were all on Kindle Unlimited. That was one of the reasons I got the Kindle. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not convinced that I'm going to love the Kindle. I've had 2 previous ones, and I didn't really use them. So I'm really hoping that I'll use this one. One of the things that I absolutely love is with the candles lit last night, which last night was like the first night that I lit all the candles since we've been home. With the candles lit and in the total darkness, I can read with the iPad or with the Kindle because it's all like set up. I know people are like, my neighbor was like, why don't you just read on your Kindle? The Kindle's too big. I want something that's like feels like a book. So that's why I got the Kindle. Plus, I have money set aside, so I was like, I'm going to spend my money on the Kindle instead of buying clothes that I probably won't even end up wearing. So I'll enjoy it. But anyway, I actually read one chapter last night. I like how the pages turn. I think I like to lay in bed because I can't, like, sometimes when I don't fall asleep, I don't like to listen to my AirPods or, like, headphones because I can't sleep that way, and the AirPods fall out. So I started this book, which is called Zombie Blowout or something. It's by Mark. Somebody recommended it on here, but I already had Mark Tufo. Here it is. Zombie Fallout series. Hold on a second. I don't know how many books are in the series. Does it say? Book 1. I'm reading book 1, which is called Book 1. Zombie Fallout, Mark Tufo. I don't dislike it, but if you've read it, the main character, I can't think of what his name is. Is it Mark? It's Talbot is their last name, because her son's name's, it's Tracy is their wife. The son's name is Travis. I can't remember what the husband's name is. I just read the first chapter. But he's very misogynist. He's very, like, man's man. Like, talking about his balls and I don't know. But I don't dislike it necessarily. Like, as a character in a book, I can read it. It doesn't really bother me. I mean, in all honesty, post-apocalyptic and zombie books, almost across the board, either have guys that are very macho, misogynistic kind of guys, but that end up caring about everybody, or they're tough as shit, tough as nail gals, is what they have as main characters. That's kind of typically across the board zombie and post-apocalyptic books. Like, all the Kyla Stone books are kind of like that too. So it doesn't bother me, like, I'll read it. But he also kind of has an interesting sense of humor. I'll tell you what's interesting is, like, I'm constantly worried about, like, when I write my cozy mysteries, like, how badly if they'll be written. I mean, I'm not the world's greatest writer, you know what I mean? Like, they'll be so poorly written and whatever. Oh my God, this book is so poorly written. It is so poorly written. And I love it. I read the first chapter, I'm like, I want to read all these. I still am really enjoying it, and it's just horribly written. I mean, the character development is interesting and stuff like that, but grammatically, I mean, it's just sentences stop in the middle of nowhere. I was like, you know what? I am not worried anymore about writing these books, because if this person can do it, how many books are there? How many books in the Zombie Fallout series? I'm gonna read them all. How many books? Somebody recommended, was it Navid? Somebody recommended them to me. How many books on the Zombie Fallout series? Oh, here it is. Okay. 26 books, my Lanta. Mark Tufo's, yeah. Zombie Rules, the Kindle edition. So anyway, when did the last one come out? I guess I should add this to my Goodreads. I haven't even added it to my Goodreads yet. Oh blah dee, oh blah da, life goes on. I would be so embarrassed. Like, I don't get embarrassed about much, but if one of my neighbors walked by right as I was, like, bolting out, unless it was like Laura, my neighbor across the street, then I could care less. Zombie Fallout. I want to see when the last book came out. Like, let's see if it's a Mark Tufo. So this is the book. This is not the cover that I have, but that's the book. Okay, currently reading The Sounds of Summer. Oh, there's a 0.5. Is that the one I'm reading, maybe? Maybe that is the one I'm reading, Zombie Fallout. What happens in that one? What does she do? In this audio exclusive prequel, listeners are brought back to the days before Outbreak, to the origins. How long is it, though? Maybe I can listen to it on Audible? MP3 CD unabridged. Here, I gotta screenshot that. Okay. I'm gonna maybe listen to that on Audible. Book 1. Is that what I'm reading? What's the main character's name? I think it might be even Mark. So it's about this virus, the H1N1 virus. Michael Talbot, yeah. Anyway, I don't read more because okay, how many books are... So the series, he started the series in 2010. How, is it still going on? 26? 23? Oh, it says 24 on here. Oh, the last book came out November 19th of 2024. So it's like an ongoing series. Oh, I live for that. Because I'm not caught up in the Misfortune series, so I need another series to get caught up on. Okay, what did I say that one was called? We're going to see if it's available on Audible. Oh, shoot. I just went into my Audible. Okay. Zombie Fallout. Zombie Fallout. Oh, well, that would be the first one, wouldn't it? 2 hours. Is this it? It is. 2 hours and 44 minutes. Oh, I wonder if because I bought the... Oh, you know what? I have it in my library. Because you know why? So... This series was on sale like a year ago, and I think I bought the entire series. No, maybe I just bought... Nope. I only have 0 and book 1. I only have on Audible. So I can listen to this. So I'm going to listen to Zombie Fallout book 0. It's only 2 hours and 44 minutes. What is this? Angela Pepper. Okay, these box sets on Audible where it's like 5 books in a row, don't do it. I'm telling you right now, I get so confusion about it. I will never do it again. I am so confused as to, like, you listen to one book and then, I don't know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't love it. Are there any new books that are coming out? Well, anyway, after I read for about an hour, it was getting really, really late. And so I ended up watching Bachelor in Paradise, which I didn't realize. Earlier in the evening, I watched like the first 20 minutes of it. So I had like it was 2 hours the first episode. So I had like an hour and 40 minutes. This chair is not super comfortable today. I don't know why. So I had like an hour and 40 minutes of it. And, well, I did a whole reaction to it over my TV reaction channel today, so I'm not going to get into all that. But then it was like right at 5 o'clock. I actually was going to start something. I have 3 episodes left of Pulse, which I'll probably watch tonight. So I was like, just watch like 20 minutes. Because I blew out the candles and I was like folding more laundry. So I think Alex had some stuff down there, and so I was like moving it around and folding the stuff that I had. So I was like, I'm gonna watch like 20 minutes of an episode of Pulse while I'm like waiting for my candles to be. I don't like to just blow them out and go right to bed. I like to make sure that they're out. So anyway, my mom always had a thing with fire, and I kind of do too. So anyway, so I was waiting, and then I was like, no, I'm really tired. So I was like, just go to bed. So I sat in the chair for a second, and I got up and I looked at each of my candles. And it doesn't really feel like, I've talked to my therapist about it, it feels more safety to me than OCD. I can't really explain it. But anyway, it's not like I check them 15 times, or 4 was my number. But anyway, and then I went to bed, and I fell asleep really quickly last night. So, and then got up today, and filmed a bunch of videos, and yeah, that was that. Therapy got rescheduled for next Thursday. Let's go in here and see the sounds of silence. Okay. Where is my vlog? The vlog of love. Mallory left 3 blue hearts. Oh, Cauliflower said, getting ready to pack for my vacation. And this is when I was in the hotel room. And I was thinking of not packing workout clothes. Maybe I should. So, I'm really glad that I took workout clothes. I'm not upset that I didn't work out more. I'm proud of myself for working out at all. I will tell you that at the end of the vacation, what I told Alex was, I wish that I was committed enough to make myself get up every morning and work out for like an hour before going to the pool. But that would have required me going to bed earlier and sleeping better and getting up at like 8:30 in the morning to go be at the gym by like 9, work out till like 10, be back. You know, I mean, but that would be great. But that's also not conducive with somebody that likes to stay up late at night. I really enjoyed working out on vacation. Like, the days that I worked out, I just felt 100 times better. I don't know. I love walking and all this kind of, I love it. I bought a stomach cruncher when I got back. That came the other day. So I have a stomach cruncher now. I have the machine that you do this for your chest. I have the free weights and stuff like that. Hey, how are you? Good. Hey, Tiger. She kept on walking today. She's always so surprised. So, I don't know. But I will say this. There are certain trips that I wouldn't even, like, pack my clothes because I know I'm not going to use them at all. We were going to be there long enough that I thought, if I do want to pack them, if I do want to use them, I don't want to kind of, like, piecemeal something together. Like, I want to have at least my shoes. With a swimsuit and a t-shirt, I could have gotten, you know, like, I could have just used, but I needed my running shoes. So, I was glad I took them. Sunny Bunny put blue hearts. Hey, Sunny Bunny. Naturally Wavy said, when will you be doing your next P.O. Box video? I don't know. So I have the stuff inside. I think I have like 3 or 4 packages. Did you send me something? That was sweet. Thank you. I will probably be doing my next P.O. Box. If I don't do it tomorrow, it'll be Monday. So, tomorrow or maybe Monday. Robin said, Peter, do you want to see my basement? Me, breaks my neck running from the next room to look at the screen and finally see the basement. Well, you saw like the concrete wall with the part of the washer in it is what you saw. So exciting. Maeve said, here he goes again, making it halfway through the summer, November, when it's only the beginning of, I always do that. I always like, my neighbors just shut their garage door. I know, I always like speed up time. Teresa said, the way I was so excited to see part of the basement. Y'all, I'm telling you right now, if I did a full basement tour tomorrow, like, you guys would be so not impressed. First of all, it's not big. I mean, it's the full length of our condo, but you wouldn't think it's big. And you walk in, and it's the washer and dryer to the right. The ironing board is in the back. We have all this stuff stored, like all the linens and stuff are stored on this rack behind that. And then the hanging rack is to the left. And then behind that is the water heater and the furnace. just in the middle. It's an unfinished basement. It's all cement floors and stuff. And then the other side is like the L-shaped couch from my mom's house when I was growing up as a kid that has like tubs of like pictures and memorabilia on it. And then there was a desk. And then on the desk are the books that I still haven't boxed up because they're ones that I might keep, I might read, or I might give away. And then on the other side of it is the leftover boxes that I haven't donated yet. And then the rest of the is like our suitcases, furniture. I mean, it's pretty much cleaned out at that point. Or the rest of the rest of the basement, like the Halloween decorations, the Christmas decorations, are all like in like the Christmas decorations are like in red and green boxes. The Halloween decorations and the fall stuff are out here. The pillowcases and stuff, they're all in boxes. It's very organized down there. It's just an unfinished basement. Nobody would be that excited by it, trust me. Now, if you had seen it a couple years ago, it looked like a hoarder's. It looked like Hoarder Central, but it doesn't look like that today at all. Retha said, my neighbor was right. The people love her in the videos. She was out here today being sass master. I should have had her in the videos today because she was, to my neighbor too, she was giving her all kinds of sass about plants and stuff. Vanessa said, when I have leftover pizza, I put it in the freezer for another day, so I'm less likely to eat it when it's frozen. I don't know if that might help you. Then when I'm craving it the next day, I don't have to order it again. What do you do with the frozen pizza? Do you put it in the oven or the microwave? Does it not taste like freezer burn? I don't know that I would want to do that. I don't love to freeze my food. I have friends of mine that like freeze everything, leftovers and all that kind of stuff. And they're like, no, it's just the same. I'm like, but it isn't though. Maybe it is how you do it. I don't know, but it isn't. Like, I've never frozen pizza before. I don't know. Let me know how you do it in the comment section below. Like, do you put it in the oven, back in the oven? Do you warm it up in the microwave? What do you do with it? Oh, Vanessa also said social things drain me too. I have social anxiety, so it takes more out of me. I think that's probably why it does with me. I don't know. I'm so, to be honest with you, and I'm sure Vanessa and everybody else that commented that similarly that they feel the same way probably gets it. I'm kind of past trying to figure it out, like why I have battery just went to the halfway mark. I don't even know how long I've vlogged at this point because I stopped it so many times. But I'm less interested in trying to figure out why I have it and more interested in figuring out what works best for me. And I think for a long time, I really felt like I needed to figure out, well, now I want to figure out how to reheat pizza from the freezer. So I really want to know that, Vanessa. But, you know, I think for a long time, I really thought I had to figure out how do I get myself to the point where I can go do these social things and I can be good and I can be all this kind of stuff. I can go out and I can be good. I'm completely fine. I just don't enjoy it like everybody else does. I'm at the point in my life now where I still want to participate in life. I still want to see my friends. I want to go out and do things with my husband. So I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to do all of it because that's not what makes me happy in my life anymore. The things that don't make me happy, there was a point in like when Alex and I first got together where I felt like I needed to show up to everything. We were going out 5 nights a week. We were going out to dinners. We were doing this. And I wasn't happy. I'm not doing that anymore. You know, half those people that I spent so much time around back in those early days, I haven't talked to them in over 15 years, you know? And I don't regret that. I had a good time when I was doing it, but there became a point when, I don't know, sometimes I wasn't having a good time. And I got to a point where I was just like, I'd rather be at home. Alex enjoys that stuff. He loves that. If he wants to do it, he should do it, you know? And there are some things that we love to do together. But I'm not at a point anymore where I need to figure out all the ins and outs of my social anxiety. I know I have social anxiety. If somebody else wants to make fun of it or they don't believe it, I don't really give a shit. That's on them. I have it. I know it's real for me, and that's all that matters. I don't even really... It's interesting to understand where it stems from, but I don't know that I even need to know anymore. I just know I just need to learn how to maneuver the world with it, and I'm getting pretty good at it. But part of me maneuvering the world with social anxiety is, if there is something that I don't have to go to, that I don't really want to go to, that the people aren't going to care if I'm there or not, okay, then no, I'm not going to go. It's as simple as that. You know, now if the people really want me there, and they really care, my husband really wants me there, or if it's something that I really want to go to, then I work through it, and I get there and I have a great time. But I used to spend a lot of time doing shit that I wasn't interested in. Spending time with people I haven't talked to since probably the last event that I went to with them. Why? I was wasting time. I could have been sitting here reading a book, you know what I mean? Or talking to my neighbors or feeding bird feeders, and would have been 100 times happier. I wasted a lot of time in my life doing things I felt obligated to do. And I'm not talking about family stuff or friend stuff. I mean, I think there's a lot of things in life that we feel obligated to do. But when you really look at it, the obligation comes from the love of that person. Like, you do it because you love that person. But you're not like, I don't know. I mean, even things I didn't want to do, family stuff, I would walk away from and be like, I'm really happy that I did those things. Like, they made me really happy. I got to spend time with people that I love, you know? If I don't want to do something today, I just don't do it. If it doesn't make me feel comfortable or I feel unsafe or I know that they don't care and I don't care, no, I'm not doing it. And I think that's given me a lot of freedom, you know? So to me, today, it's about, if I know I'm going to go do something and it's going to drain the hell out of me and I'm not going to enjoy something else later, I'm not going to do it. I just won't, you know? Especially if it's something that I know whether I'm there or not, nobody's going to really, they're not going to care, you know? You guys know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about when it's 3 of your friends going out for a birthday dinner and they're going to really care if you're there or not. Or a family get-together, that they're going to really care if you're there. Or one of your friends' bridal showers, or they really want you there, okay? Or like when Erin with the Halloween party, like she was really hurt. That's what got me started on working through this stuff years ago. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about somebody that I met once or twice and invited us to, I don't know, a birthday party with 100 people, and they're going to say, oh, I'm so glad you came, and I'm going to be like, hey, and then I'm going to sit there for 2 hours and be uncomfortable and not talk to them for another 4 years. No, ma'am, I'm not part of that no more. I don't do that no more. I'm sitting on my front porch, okay? Now, my husband loves that because he gets to meet 10 new people. I don't need to meet 10 new people. I am totally fine with the 2 or 3 people that I have in my life. I like my life small. I like my front porch. I'm totally fine with it. Then when my husband comes home, he and I, we like hang out together. We watch the movies and talk and whatever. Last night he was giving me the whole rundown on Love Island and what was happening with that girl that got kicked off, and you know, that's when we enjoy each other's time. So I don't need to do that stuff. I'll tell you what's kind of weird is he's kind of changing like that too. Like the stuff that he would have said yes to 10 years ago, I would say like a third of them he doesn't do anymore. Which is kind of funny. I'm like, maybe it's just a getting older thing. Maybe it was never about social anxiety to begin with. It's like I always want to share those things on Instagram that say, you know, you're getting older when you respond to something and say, I would love to go to dinner at 7, but I'll be in bed by 5 o'clock watching my favorite TV show. But I won't be in bed by 5 o'clock unless it's for a nap, so I can't share that. But I do think, like, I don't know, this is one of the things that I wish that I had learned when I was younger. You don't have to show up to everything. You just don't. There's a lot of things in life that you should show up for. I'm a big believer in suiting up and showing up, okay? For your friends when they need you, for your family when they need you, for important life events, okay? Important life events. Somebody's open house that you're going to take a $100 check to or cash, and you ain't seen their baby since their baby was born 18 years ago, and they just put you in a list because they want that baby to be able to buy a car to take to college. That is not a necessity. I'm just telling you right now, okay? And I am perfectly fine if I'm very proud of that person's child and whatever, sending off a check for $100 to them and not having to show up. And they are fine too, because I can tell you right now, they don't talk to me about it for 5 minutes when we go to those things. I don't go to them anymore. Okay, now if it's different, if it's a friend of ours, like our friend Erin and Eric, like her son and daughter, like they're now like 23 and 25, but like they were at every family dinner that we went to. I mean, I was really excited to go to her daughter's, like, you know, graduation open house and stuff like that, and her son's college graduation open house and stuff. Like, that was important to us. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about stuff that I ain't seen you in forever, and I'm just on a list for I don't even know why. You went through your Facebook list and figured out people to add to. Don't. Because then, see, I start getting nervous, like I need to show up, and then it just makes me stressed out, and I don't need that, and you don't need that, and you should just send an invitation that says, could you send a gift if you have enough money? If not, don't worry about it, is really what you should say. You know? I'm good for sending a gift. I'll send a nice gift. I am, if I care about you at all, okay? If I don't, then you probably shouldn't have sent me an invitation, because we don't know each other like that anymore. But if I care about you, but I just don't think it's something that I need to attend, oh, I will send a nice gift. And my husband will too. We are those people. But I don't need to go to everything. My cousin Caroline, she goes to everything. And I'll be like, girl, what are you doing tonight? Oh my God. I'm like, what? She's like, I got this. I got 4 open houses. I'm like, girl, it is a Saturday. You are supposed to be laying on your couch watching a TV show. She's like, I wish, but life should not be filled with that. Show up to then when you show up, the people whose things you show up to, like with Tanya Jean, they will know that you really want to be there. You will know who your people are, okay? this is a bad story, but we went to a graduation party. I can't even remember how long ago this was. It was probably 6 or 7 years ago. And I'll never forget, we got all dressed up for this thing. It was like some theme. You know how like these kids are having like, they have open houses together now and stuff like that. First of all, I didn't have a high school open house, okay, where a bunch of people gave me cash. I didn't have a college graduation. I worked on my college graduation. I worked on my master's graduation. I didn't have no open house. I didn't get a bunch of gifts. I'm not bitter about it, but I'm just saying I didn't, okay? But now it's like, and it's like to give $20, you are cheap. To give $50, that's okay. To give $100, I won't give a $50 because that's bad luck at the casino. So it's, if I'm not going to give 20, it's going to be 100, and I'm not going to give 4 20s or something like that. So it's a $100 bill that you give, and they don't want a check, so you give them a cash $100 bill. Okay. $100 is a lot of money, all right? Listen, for graduating from high school, I think that's fantastic, okay? Your mom and dad, now, they both went to Harvard. Your brother went to Princeton. Your sister went to Smith. I think it's probably expected that you graduated from high school, but I'm very proud of you, okay? We've met twice in life now. So we go to this open house party, and I'm giving you the legit true story of this family, okay? So we go there, and we see the mom and dad. I think we knew the mom, kind of, right? I don't even know why we were invited to this party. And we go to the open house, and it's like 300 people. Because the kids are having all the parties together now. It's like, you know, 3 kids have the open houses together, and it's all like, it was some, like, theme. I don't know what the theme was. She ended up, it was some Ivy League school or something like that, but it was the colors of that. I don't know. But anyway, but I can remember just sweating bullets and a pair of khakis and a polo shirt, and I was, you know, so heavy at that time and stuff like that. And so we got there, and we like said hi to the mom, and that we knew. We didn't know anybody else there except for maybe 1 or 2 other couples. We like got us a little lemonade and whatever. It was so boring. Oh my God, graduation parties. Please don't invite me to them. They are so boring. Congratulations. I'm so proud of you for raising a child that graduated from high school, college, graduate school, whatever. More power to you. Don't invite me. And I remember, like, we saw the girl, and we, like, had it, like, in an envelope, like a card envelope or whatever. And I'll never forget, like, she was going around and people were, like, handing her their cards. Like, usually they have, like, a box where you put it in, or, like, you know, gift table or whatever. And she was like, we had, like, met her, like, literally, like, once or twice in her entire life. And we're like, I'm just making up her name. I was like, Judy. And so she came over and was like, congratulations, Alex and I both were. And we, like, handed her the card. And she went like that to the card. Like, how much did they put in it? And she was like, thanks, and walked away. I said, we're leaving. And Alex goes, what? I said, I put my lemonade down. I said, we're leaving. I'm done. I said, I've wasted an afternoon with this nonsense, and don't invite me to any more graduation parties. I was so done. I think since then, I went to Tanya's son Nick's college graduation. And then she had a party for him when he went into the Marines. I had gone to his high school graduation, obviously, party before too, but that was mostly like all family. Caroline's son's high school graduation party, but Caroline didn't even have a big thing for David. Aaron's son and daughter. Alex, the camera stopped. I didn't realize that was a 30-minute mark. So I just don't, I can't even remember how many, but I don't do all that. Back in the day, I used to go to the bridal showers, the engagement parties, the 15 births. I don't do all that anymore. I just don't. And I will call people up, and I will be, hey, listen, you know, like, and I don't lie. I'll just be like, listen, I just don't feel like it. No, I just say I can't make it. I'm just like, I would love to come. I can't make it. You know, like, can I send a gift with somebody else or send your card? You don't have to do that. People are always really, really nice about it. But I actually show up to more than I used to back in the day. So I've come a long distance. Why do I feel like I have to make excuses for just wanting to love my home and be at home in my cozy pajamas, looking at my birds, you know? It's not like my husband makes excuses for coming home and sitting on TikTok for 4 hours and watching Love Island. I mean, everybody that I know, like, binge watches TV shows, but it's only me that I feel like I need to make excuses for it. It's because if I don't, then there'll be, like, that one person, you know, that'll be like, well, Peter just never leaves the house. They'll say in the comment, I don't know what that's about. Like, psychoanalyze it. I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody that I know just, like, complains about these things, but if you make a joke about it, you can't. Anyway, yes, part of it is social anxiety. Part of it is I just don't go to things I don't want to go to anymore. I just don't. And I don't think anybody should. I don't think they should at all. Which is why, there's a bunch of people walking back from the pool. Which is why I don't have birthday parties, because probably nobody would want to come. And I wouldn't want to force anybody to come to a birthday party that they don't want to be at. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't do birthday parties. Anyway, tonight I'm gonna, Oh my God, the battery's flashing. Tonight, Big Brother starts. I'll be reacting to it live on my, well, not live, but tomorrow, on my Peter Watches TV channel. So if you're going to watch Big Brother, keep up with me. Anyway, I'm going to get off here now. Hope you guys are having a magically amazing Thursday. If nobody else has told you this today, I love you guys. I cannot believe I made it to the end without the battery dying. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. And if you're watching this in the morning, have a fantastic Friday and a fantastic beginning to your weekend. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya. Happy birthday, Lena, and everybody else.